We are back with breaking news. The LAPD in pursuit of a possible stolen vehicle.
Now, our Julia Deng is overhead at News Chopper 4 right now. And Julia, this is near Van Nuys. What do we know so far?
This is just west of Van Nuys Airport. You can see this black four-door sedan speeding through these city streets. Looks to me like it's going westbound on Parthenia right now. LAPD is telling us they are pursuing this driver for reckless driving. This actually might be a cold-plated vehicle that was at a takeover earlier. We just got overhead about 5 minutes ago. This driver has been doing wild things. You can see him going around this truck right now, that tow truck. He's been veering into the wrong side of the road, blowing through red lights and stop signs. I think other drivers here know something is up. Let me try and widen out and see how many ground units are still behind this. They had about 5 black and white LAPD units in hot pursuit earlier. They were right behind this driver when he was speeding up the side of Van Nuys Airport. They do have the LAPD airship over this too as he makes a right turn here onto Lindley Avenue. You might be able to see that spotlight from the LAPD helicopter. They've been following this for quite some time now. At least 15 minutes this pursuit has been going on.
And Julia, can you explain to our viewers what cold plate means when we're talking about a police pursuit?
So there is a plate on this car. You can see that back plate as we're following this driver up Lindley Avenue now. But when they ran that plate, it came back registered to a different vehicle. So this could be a stolen car. What we know about the immediate want here, as this driver tries to make a left turn into oncoming traffic from the wrong side of Lindley Avenue now, back onto Nordoff Street. It was here before up in the San Fernando Valley. This is right by Van Nuys Airport, excuse me. This could actually be a stolen vehicle they're chasing right now. LAPD on the ground, LAPD up in the air. You might be able to see that spotlight, that night sun from the helicopter as this driver continues weaving in and out of traffic. Now, we don't know where that earlier street takeover might have been, but LAPD was following this car on the ground without their lights and sirens activated before this went into active pursuit. Let's see what this driver does at this intersection. You can see now as I widen out here with the camera, the squad cars following at a safe distance behind this pursuit driver.
Yeah, Julia, this is so close to, we saw a shopping center there, lots of homes. Can you just describe the area a little bit more? I mean, as we saw earlier, this car driving so dangerously close to other cars, especially as we saw in that intersection and going the wrong way earlier.
Absolutely. It's busy here. You can see this driver doing speeds of 70, 80 miles per hour. It's speeding past homes, driveways, front yards, shopping areas. There are a lot of other drivers out here. It's not that late at night on a Sunday. We'll see what happens, but you can see him going through this red light here at an intersection with LAPD still in hot pursuit and the helicopter overhead.
And Julia, earlier it was a following. We understand police didn't want that person to know. They were simply behind, no lights, no siren. But now we are seeing the extreme driving from this person. How does this ramp up the pursuit? What are police going to do right now? Obviously, this is now a dangerous situation, so it's reached a new level. Okay, apparently we lost Julia's audio. We're going to keep with the video, though, and we can continue to tell you what's happening right now. Camilla, as we have been watching, we know that this started around the Van Nuys Airport, and it began as a following. We know there was some sort of takeover that happened earlier, so they are believing right now this could be a possible stolen car.
Yeah, and at this point, we don't know exactly where that possible street takeover was, as Julia Deng was reporting earlier. But, Kathy, we've been seeing this driver just going recklessly here on the streets and near a shopping center, a number of homes. Again, it's 8:21 right now. A lot of people still on the road at this hour. So just creating a really dangerous scene here for people, trying to get home.
All right, we're going to get back to Julia right now so she can tell us the very latest about what's happening with this possible stolen car. Let's get to Julia right now. Okay, we're sorry. We're having a little bit of an issue. As soon as we get her back, we will let you know. But she mentioned earlier that this was going on. Now it's been about 20 minutes. And look at this, just the erratic driving. We've seen this person going the wrong direction, picking up speeds, blowing past stop signs and stop lights. So this has really become an issue and a danger for the public.
Yeah, and Kathy, at one point, that driver was going on the wrong side of the road, so extremely dangerous for all of those cars in this area. And it looks like it appears that this is still another residential area, so lots of people out at this hour as we continue to follow this LAPD in pursuit of this possible stolen car. And it appears now we do have Julia Deng back right now. Hi, Julia. Can you hear us?
Hey, studio, got you now. We lost you there for just a moment. There was no audio, but we've been following this car. It's still headed westbound now, so it's going to be a little bit northwest of where we picked this up near Van Nuys Airport. So I'm not sure if you heard that new information about where the street takeover was. Look at that. Okay, bailing out now. We got three people running, four people running out of that car that they just ditched.
Wow.
I'm going to stay wide here. Okay, I'm going to try and follow this driver. He's the one who got out of, I believe, the driver's side of that black sedan. A lot of other cars here. I don't see LAPD pulling up just yet and apprehending anybody, but it looks like these people who got out of that black sedan that was being pursued, again, for reckless driving by LAPD, it looks like they're either trying to make a run for it or they might be trying to jump into other cars. I don't know if LAPD has enough units on the ground here to follow every single person who just came out of that car. Again, cold-plated, spotted at a possible street takeover before this reckless driving pursuit. But this is going to be the corner of Lurline Avenue and I believe Nordhoff. You can see where that black sedan was just ditched. All the doors are open. I saw 4 people getting out. It looks like 4 males to me. And I think at least 2 of them jumped into other cars that sped off. I'm going to follow this LAPD unit that looks like it might have been in motion following one of those cars. 2 of the other people in that car, I believe the driver and an occupant, they may have jumped out and tried to hide.
I've seen 2 people so far there underneath the cover of the trees, and that is where the patrol cars are parked right now. But you're right, it was just a crazy scene with people running in all directions and, trying to orchestrate the response on the part of the LAPD. They had several different ways to go there.
And Julia,
this was definitely coordinated, Kathy, and you can see where LAPD officers are now searching in that patch of trees that you were talking about. You can see their flashlights. I caught the helicopter, the LAPD airship, shining its night sun or spotlight on that area too. If that's where one of the occupants of this vehicle is trying to hide right now, I mean, there's no hiding from that helicopter unless they made a run for it, got into another car, and then took off in a getaway vehicle. They're probably going to be apprehended pretty soon.
And are those just apartments nearby, apartment complexes, or just other businesses at this point where these suspects may be in that parking lot?
It looks like a largely commercial area. That's good news for LAPD. You know, when these things end in neighborhoods, we've seen suspects jump through yards and actually enter homes before. In this case, because it's commercial, it's later in the evening on a Sunday. I don't think any of these businesses or warehouses are actually open right now. So not a lot of buildings that they can go into. But again, I do think this was coordinated ahead of time. They might have called people to come by with getaway vehicles. So if anybody jumped into other cars and took off, they could be quite a distance from this scene by now. Again, Lurline Avenue and Nordhoff Street, still in the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, I'm thinking specifically of the 2 people who ran where that white vehicle was, and then they took off. I don't think anybody from the LAPD at that point, anyone we could see, followed that vehicle.
Yeah, Kathy, I'm getting a tip here. I think, let me try and zoom in. I'm hearing the suspects might actually be in front of one of the squad cars here.
Oh, maybe
it's tricky for
apprehended?
them. Yeah, it's tricky for them because there were 4 people who actually came out of that black sedan. This pursuit did not go on for very long. We were only over it, I believe, for 10, 15 minutes before they bailed out here. And they did it after a stretch of driving that reached speeds of 75 to 80 miles per hour. But I think these LAPD officers, as we come around here in News Chopper 4, I think they were coming up on where at least 2 of the 4 individuals who came out of that black sedan might have been trying to hide.
Yeah, we are glad that it's off the roads at least right now, because as you said, it did get quite dangerous. We saw that car going the wrong way on the roads, blowing past stop signs, traffic lights, whatever. And there were a lot of people out this evening, a lot of cars on the road. You could always potentially have people on the sidewalks. So it was a dangerous situation, I know, that they would want to bring to an end. And then suddenly the vehicle stops and we see 4 people jump out and run in different directions. And so that is where we are right now, Dearborn Street, and LAPD now has patrol cars positioned there. It looks like someone in custody, Julia.
Yeah, they've got somebody in custody here. I'm hearing over on Dearborn and Kelvin. That might be another scene, maybe a block from here. I'm not sure if it's this one we're shooting right now. They might have another suspect in custody. Maybe that's why that squad car is speeding off from this scene where they have one person now being handcuffed. I believe this is one of the individuals we saw getting out of that car, but you're right, Kathy, very busy night. We were just commenting on that and how many other drivers were out on these city streets before the black sedan stopped unexpectedly. All the doors opened and we saw 4 people jumping out. We see one right now, right here on Dearborn Avenue near Kelvin, being handcuffed by LAPD.
As at least one person being taken into custody tonight in connection with this pursuit. At this point, Julia, do you have any more information on that possible street takeover that this may be connected to?
I do. I don't know exactly what time it started, but it was sometime earlier this evening, and the location that we were given, this is preliminary information, not yet confirmed by LAPD, but it was Satakoy Street and Coldwater Canyon. So they spotted this car. For some reason, they decided to run that plate, came back. You know, it might have been a stolen vehicle. They started following it, and then because of the driving behavior, because of that reckless driving, they decided to activate their lights and sirens and actively pursue the car. Now, you saw most of that pursuit here before it ended at Lurline Avenue and Nordhoff Street. 4 people jumping out of that black sedan. We don't know where it may have been stolen from, but you see LAPD now shining their flashlights on this parking lot and this ATM drive-through at Bank of America on Nordhoff Street. They might be looking for yet another occupant of that car who might be hiding around Bank of America.
That would be closed tonight, so it wouldn't be the greatest hiding place, I would think. But maybe they saw someone run to that area. They definitely have a number of units parked right in the parking lot. In fact, another one entering there on the left-hand side.
That's right. Nowhere to go into, and that's because they decided to jump out of the car in a largely commercial area.